And you know what I wonder too is I wonder, you know how they always say, oh, if we raise the minimum wage, the jobs, it's going to take
Inflation and all
jobs,
that
you know,
bullshit.
they always fearmonger about that, right? But I don't believe that. First of all,
Of
there's so many studies that debunk that. There's so many studies that debunk that. I love how okay, this is just a note for the audience or anybody who's listening or happens to come across this clip. Whenever Republicans say small business, they're talking about huge corporations. They don't care about small business. They don't.
Right. They don't know what a small business is.
Small business to them is Home Depot. Like that's what they mean. They don't actually care about small business. So anyway, when they say, oh, we can't raise the minimum wage because it'll hurt small business. No. What they actually mean is these people love to keep people terrified, as what you were saying. A lot of the people are afraid to unionize or afraid about the union vote because they're afraid that it's going to affect them financially. They're afraid of retribution. They're afraid of a lot of things. And one of the ways that the oligarchs and the elite class and these people keep all of us and workers in a state where we just accept scraps is by keeping us fearful. Because if you paid everyone a living wage, then maybe they wouldn't put up with scraps. And maybe an Amazon worker would be like, you know what? If you're not going to let us unionize, fine, I'll leave it. I'll go find another job. But a lot of these places, not that I'm saying in this particular case that maybe Amazon may be the only place in that particular county, but I'm speaking more broadly that a lot of times if a person has more options and they were better wages overall, then they might say, you know what, I don't want to put up with this shit. I'll go work for Costco or I'll go work for Target because they all pay higher wages. A lot of times or I'll go work for a different actual small business that is, a better place that I like better. But a lot of times, if they were all paying decent wages, then there would actually be more competition for the employee. But if you keep your population in a place where they are always desperate and they're always just struggling to survive, and they think, oh my gosh, I have to have this horribly abusive job, because if I don't have this horribly abusive job, there is somebody willing right behind me to take it. And I know it's awful and I know it's abusive and I know it's low paying, but at least it's something. And you just put people in a situation where they're desperate, even though this country can afford it. And even though it would not hurt jobs, it would actually help jobs. Like, we know that all those bullshit studies about it hurting the economy or hurting job growth is bullshit. It has been debunked. It's like the fucking trickle down economics. It's been debunked and debunked and debunked. But for some reason, just like zombie Reaganism, it won't die. It just keeps coming back and they just keep using it. But it's like, it's just a fear it's just a fear tactic to just keep populations just terrified and willing to settle. So that
I agree 100%. And the city of Bessemer is like that. These workers don't, like I mentioned before, they don't have the opportunities to work elsewhere. There is no competitor in Bessemer that's going to be anywhere close to Amazon.